Bro, I can imagine the that's walking slowly. He stops in his tracks. He's like,
he was lying down. And as soon as I said, hey, Dad, he was like, hey, it's like, and then his face is changed from a smile to, oh, you've done this again. He grabbed my head. He's like, what is this? Why?
Just the way they say stuff is killer.
Yeah.
Make something so great sound so.
And then I went to a coffee jar, got this, and I think he had something to say as well because he looked surprised. It's like, oh, so you've done it? I'm like, yes sir, I've done it.
And what did he say?
He's like, he's my barber, but he's also a pastor. So it's like, it's amazing how we mix culture with the word of God.
Oh wow, you went there.
We mix culture with yeah.
Are we ready?
Oh, God, let's leave that.
Alright, family! Welcome to conversation number 3 of Chicken Chat, the Chicken Chat special edition. Mate, it's been some good conversations. The food's nearly gone, thank God for that. And of course, the next subject touches on the previous one, which is, I'm just going to get straight into it. Is beauty in the eye of the beholder? Plain and simple. Is beauty in the eye of the beholder? The reason I'm asking this question is this. I heard this phrase growing up. I heard it everywhere. And it normally comes with the challenge of when somebody looks at somebody else's girl and it has a say. And then the third part usually says, no, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder, innit? If you love the person, you love the person. It's not you, you're not the beholder, so you have no right to speak on it.
Yeah.
So what the question is beauty in the eye of the beholder, or have we been programmed to think of, to decide what beauty is? Did somebody decide it for us, or is it actually something from within?
Interesting question. Well, my personal stance is, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but it took me a while to get to this point because, I think initially there was a programming going on by the television, as to what beauty is. But as I grew older, I found weird stuff I was attracted to. So before, I didn't like gaps between teeth, like the front teeth, but now, that's amazing to me, you know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that because I dated a lady who's got between
so I don't mind gaps between teeth and even stretch marks. That was something that was frowned upon once upon a time in my day, but now that's kind of cool. I see that.
This guy.
I'm just talking like men. I want to say that the lady. Seeing a bunch of men. Anyway, sorry.
It's like this perfection. Well, subjectively, you see the perfection in the imperfections.
Look at this artist.
Man's a lyricist. So oh man, I must know that it's well said what he said, bro. That's the point right there. But I wonder though, okay, before Karen, I said this before a previous Unique Session episode. If you've seen it, you need to go check it out, where I was talking about the fact that a lot of people out there are worried about what other people think of the person they're with. They're concerned. They're
you have said this a lot before, and even in conversations that we've had, you were just like, why?
Yeah. If it's
just like, why?
Thank you.
Yeah.
If it's something, if you're with the person, you, not your friends, not your family, all them man there, you are the person that has to live with the person and build a family. Where does that worry of what other people think about them come from? Is it a reflection on you? Are you worried about what they'll think of you? Is that person to you a reflection of yourself to the point where this person must look a certain way or match a certain thing, or I won't look good sort of thing? Where does that come from? Like,
it's an image thing, isn't it? Like, obviously everyone wants to look good, and I think as men as well, because you're like, what's the word? Visual creatures. Sorry, I was going to say image creatures.
Hey, we are in the image.
Visual creatures. So, and you're also competitive. You also have an ego as well. That's how you're created. So it's always about. It's like a car. I'm not saying that women are like cars, but I'm just using the example. Like you want to have the next best car. You always want to be looking good. You always want to be like showing. Some men showing what you have. I'm a man, and you want a nice looking woman on your arm. Like a man that's going for his wife. We want to look for the thing that he's attracted to. Do you know what I mean? So he's not just going to go for anything, unless he, I'm not going to say that. unless it's like a confidence thing. But I feel like,
Yeah.
The man is always going to want to look for his type and be proud of it. As a man, you know, that you got something about yourself. You want to be proud of what you have, the ego, and it matters to men who they associate themselves with and how their woman is looking.
Which goes back to my point. If that's the case, and that drives men, are they the beholder then, or are they taking on other people's viewpoints?
Very, very.
I agree with what David said earlier, because obviously that's more like straight to the point in terms of yes, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, but like what he said as well, is all programming, isn't it? Like, it's been programming from young, from growing up. You've had this program for quite some time where you believe this was beautiful because that's what you were told to believe. And then you get older and you start to get to know who you are, what you actually like, and then you basically taking ownership of now what beauty is according to yourself. So you're the beholder now. Because you're in tune with yourself. It's not because you were broken and accepted that to be beauty, to cover that, to you know, self-esteem and worth issues and stuff like that. But you're actually in tune with yourself now. And now you say this is what's beautiful. That's kind of like what
the programming comes from a place of immaturity. I think
I'm glad you said
as you're saying, because it's all about it is about what people think. But if you reach a stage where it's like, this is what I like, I'm gonna go for it, then you come into yourself and you come to the stage of, this is what I want, I'm attracted to it. And I also feel like growing up and speaking to different men, like, I don't think the programming affected them as much as we think, because they're still able to tell me, like, even though weave's all over the place, they don't like weave. They don't like it, so it was everywhere, and it's still everywhere. It doesn't mean that they actually like it. I think they just kind of have love for their wives. It's like, okay, you can wear it, but it's not their first preference.
Yeah, it's true.
I love the lady, not the weave, basically. Can we realistically say to ourselves that we're mature enough to say that we're 100% at peace with what we want, that we don't think about other external?
I don't see the thing is until
we know what we want though. A lot of people don't know. They don't know what they want. I don't think a lot of people know what they want or what's good for them.
I think that's where
so much from other people. Cause that works for him and that works for her, and it's gonna work for me.
But sometimes you can see something in a marriage. You know, Paul was talking about whatever is excellent, whatever you see that is good. We say these things. So sometimes you can look at a marriage and you say, I like this. This I would like in my marriage. This I would like. It doesn't mean that when you get into the marriage, there still won't be the flaws of the other person. That will still be there. But there's certain things that you can pinpoint and say, yes, that resonates well with me. I'm cool with that. If there are flaws, look, when you get into marriage, it's about refinement. If we're talking about marriage, it's about refinement. You know, it's not about God's not going to put this. I don't know anyone. None of you guys can live on this table with me, and I won't find a flaw. I don't. No. I think even Jesus could live with me, and I might be like, nah.
Impossible.
I see the love and everything, but I'm like, Jesus, man.
Impossible.
That what you want to do in the toilets, I didn't like it.
You don't even go for it.
I like that.
In physical form, yes. In spiritual, no.
How the hell did we get here?
Yeah, but my point is, it's just about refinement. You're always going to have flaws. You're always going to see flaws, but you can pinpoint certain aspects in other people that you like when it comes to relationships, especially. So that's the point I wanted to do.
Now, can we be clear though on, do you know how much you've been programmed? Like, knowing yourselves at the moment, can you differentiate, this is programming and this is me?
Again,
definitely.
Because sometimes you can be programmed, but some things won't sit well with you. Like someone said, like there was a time where I was like, oh, David, this girl's buff. I'm not sure, but because they say so many times, eventually you're like, oh yeah, she's buff.
This guy.
No, but you guys know what you like.
Exactly, guys know what they like. Guys know what they like. But what will happen is, because
they just
this girl is the one. This girl is buff. This girl is David, you don't know what you're missing. David,
all I'm saying is, bro, you don't want to miss the opportunity of a lifetime, fam. So what I'm saying to you, just this man. Yes, and you go up there and then you bobo the clown, fam. 2 weeks later.
You both own the cloud. Oh, wow.
Wait, hold on. When did I do this? I don't remember. We need another chicken chat.
Wow.
It's messed me up.
But you know what? It's a good thing as well that sometimes someone can pinpoint that to you. But if you're
blessing as well, you're blessing.
No problems about that fella. But sometimes it could be like, no, actually, I've looked at all the angles this guy's presented to me. I know what I like. That's the maturity. You've come to a point where you know, this is what I like. Even though my friend has, or whatever counsel may be, has good intentions for me, at the end of the day, you're going to live with the person. It comes down to that. It comes down to that. So you're the person that's going to have to make that decision for yourself.
Yeah. You got to live with them, and they got to live with you. Bad habits and all. Yeah. Okay, my next question is this, plain and simple. Okay, if you can differentiate what's the programming and what's me, do you still struggle with the programming, knowing that, hold on, this is what I was told?
I hate the program now, to be honest.
Do you like Instagram models?
Let's say Instagram models, for example. Obviously, back in the day, Instagram wasn't really a thing. And when you watch porn, and the first images you get, and you think that's what it is. That's the program, isn't it? So now you've got that in your back of your head, and you're chasing this type of girl because you want to recreate that. And then every girl also program, they want to look like that girl, and then they go through the knife and they cut themselves off. Now I look at that, I'm thinking that's disgusting. So that's how I can now look at
that. You came to a certain level of maturity.
That's a certain.
Right. You know, I like that, man. It's good to have mature friends too, because there's always going to be that one friend. One friend, you tell her to share, I'm not the girl of my dreams, and my guy says she's a lesbian.
So you do remember this story?
Wait, you don't remember that? There's some girls that I'm like, I was really, you're into, God bless good and honest friends. But sometimes you tell your friends, but they look unimpressed, and you know them as well. They're like, are you sure?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, okay, when you were younger, it's immature and you sure because they're just making fun of any little thing they see that's out of place. But and then there's even though they may secretly like to go too. And then there's the other side of, are you sure in the sense of, I know you, bro. I'm looking at her and I don't know, unless I don't know you well enough that this is right for you. There's always that side in it. And it's hard, I ain't gonna lie, he's asked me questions. This guy has asked me uncomfortable questions, bro, because come on, bro, over how long? 17 years? How long has it been? Yeah, accountability. I showed him a girl I was on, and he started asking me questions because he knows my likes and my gripes. And he's like, do you like the way she addressed you just then? Are you okay with that length of skirt? Are you sure you want a girl that'll speak to you that way? Do you like the way she's doing all them things there? And I'm like, why are you ruining this picture for me, bro? I like this, but he had some good points. He had some good points.
It's helpful because it goes back to your point. You get gassed. You're like, you go by, you're like, this girl.
Sense just leaves your brain.
It just leaves your brains. It's just like, nah, I don't care about that character.
Oh, you're not even thinking with a big head.
And the sad thing is, this happens when you ignore the counsel. You get into the marriage. And those things
come out,
and then that person that was so beautiful turns ugly. In your sight.
And your friend won't tell you. I told you so, but his eyes won't. You're looking at that boy. You're in there now.
Me personally, I won't say anything. I'll be like, bro, just in my head, I'm like, he's married to her, boy. I will see you every 2 months. If that,
yeah. And which leads to my last question is this. Can we fall back into the programming without realizing it, even if we're aware of it?
One more time.
Can we fall back into it? Let's say you know yourself, right? You know you can differentiate now, actually. This is what society told me is beautiful, and this is what I define as beautiful to me. Can you still fall back into a part of that programming without realizing it?
It depends. If you want to be like a dog, or if you want to be if you want to be a dog and you want to feed the flesh, or you just like, oh my days, I'm in Rome and it's bare Romans. Let's just do like the Romans. You know what I mean? Then you can do that, but it's an effort, isn't it? Like I really like what Tracy. I think you're on fire. Can I shake your hand? You're on fire. You've been saying a lot of good stuff today. The thing that you said, now you can tell, like you've switched off on the programming, and now you can link the programming from there to there to there to there. I think, but that's an effort though, isn't it? When you apply yourself, and it's a commendable effort. But sometimes, you know, as you know, as the person that's exerting the effort, sometimes you don't want to exert it, or it's hard, or whatever. And I think in those times, it's easier to be the dog. So you can go back into that mindset of things. It just depends. Are you 24/7? Are you part-time? Me, sometimes a part-time my whole life. You say, I may want to be here.
No, I get you. I've heard some wise people say I don't always feel attracted to my wife. I don't always like her, but I love her. So love is it's an action, not just how you feel.
Like her, but I love
her. Yeah. Sometimes I wake up with her, she's in the house, but you know what I'm saying? But you know,
it's an effort to love.
Yeah. It isn't, but my guy said it was work like a few minutes back. It's true. It is an effort, man. It is an effort. Okay, I guess the last bit is any final points to share with Mandem watching this thing right now?
David, I want my money back next time. You'll keep my money back.
For the camera, I do not own it. It's my first time meeting this man.
I've never met this man before.
I think everything that could be said has been said. You know, I think in a situation like this, if you do find yourself going back into a program, I think just be consistent with talking to God about these things. I think that's important because you can get sucked into the program. You just never know. It can happen within the blink of an eye. So I'll say pray, still seek counsel, but at the same time, you know, don't ignore that voice, the Holy Spirit's voice. If you know what you want, just go for it. Not everyone. Look, we can't all be attracted to the same thing. It doesn't work that way. It won't work that way. So,
All right. Any other points?
Beauty is truly in the eye of the beholder, because where I may place value, you may not place value. And that is what I would like to add.
Nice.
That's my Dr. Sandy, man.
Jeez.
Dr. Sandy. Stay prayed up and just be true to yourself.
Yeah. And I would say, even if this is your first time hearing this kind of conversation and you don't believe in the word or the perspective we're talking about, just check it out anyway. You may actually agree with a lot more in than you think. But that's it, man. On that note, have a good one and see you at the next one. Bless. Yeah.